Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. I really enjoy doing divine feminine energy readings, but nobody ever watches them. So I'm I want to do it a little bit differently. Let's combine feminine and masculine energies in the reading. Let's see what's the meeting point or the connecting point between you two. What kind of guidance we can get. Prosperity lies ahead. You gotta excuse this card, people. I can tell you this card is for me. It's like a little message for me. A personal issue reaches resolution. So it's this is I told you, shared energies. It's a little bit like both of you coming to a point where things start to get better, or where you start feeling better, or something like that. It's individually you have to feel better so that the both of you can literally get together. The energy is gaining momentum. I keep trying to tell you lately, I can feel it. It's your dreams need a practical plan. Enough of you will find yourselves, in this energy here. And if you remember, the card that I removed was in Taurus too. I'm sorry I don't have it in mind anymore, but just to let you know that just the full moon that just happened, I can tell you a lot of you will find yourselves emerging yourself in the 3D experience, a little bit I've been a dreamer long enough. It's time for me to give birth to my dreams, basically. Look at the bigger picture. I'm telling you, that's what a lot of people are going to do. This whole twin flame journey, twin flame experience, community even, this whole thing is great, but it's time for me to stop being a dreamer and to use this energy here, to basically make my dreams come true. That's the bigger picture, so you can feel the energy a little bit. Let me go on. But you can see how could be somewhat of connecting point between you two. Is both of you want to make their dreams come true. And I can tell you something with this energy gaining momentum. I can feel it, people. It's now it's the best time actually to bring your dreams to life. You see that's transformation I've been channeling lately. Enough. I can definitely feel a switch, amongst DFs and among DMs, so you can see it for yourself. It's the energy that's changing. The way that you see this whole thing, that's changing. The way that you see yourself, and even the way that you see your divine masculine, I'll tell you. Wellness. Some people are in crucial need of just feeling better, which is where this a personal issue reaches resolution is coming from. Partly, enough of you are in need of true healing. It's we carry enough things, from the past. Therefore, enough energies, from the past, and these things, they're like a heavy load on your shoulder for absolutely nothing. That's exactly the type of thing that I'm seeing here, especially when I see, the full moon in Cancer. For those who know, Cancers, they have a hard time letting go of things. This here, I can tell you, at least for the feminine energy, and this here I asked like shared energy, so I have to accept the fact that it is for both. Right now it's time to cut cord, people. To cut cord with like people or like energies or situations that do not like bring you anything anymore. I'll tell you that. Awakening, yeah, I can feel this awakening, from the divine masculine's community, and then I have to accept it, from the divine feminine's community. Though for me, this community is like going a little bit like round and round, because for those who know, I don't really watch like other people's readings. I ask my cards for like my own energy, and for the energy that people that resonate with me. But what I see are like the titles sometimes from certain videos, because really I can't force myself to make it through it. It's like literally always telling you what you want to hear instead of telling you what's like really happening energetically. Well, I can tell you, people, this awakening and this transformation, I have been like channeling it enough. Forces are being activated, left and right. The forces that matter, it's like a little bit of like a dormant type of army. And if you're listening to me, especially if you find yourself like resonating with me, I can tell you're part of that army. So get ready to wake up or like be awakened, and that may be brutal, it's not going to be like a drill. Divine feminine. I gotta take that energy in, because of the stuff that I just said, that may be the speech of an awakened divine feminine soulcraft. Yeah, it goes with that awakening or that idea of awakening. I can tell you something, which is what I see in this wellness, and I'm telling you, like you cutting cords and things like this. You need to do that for this awakening to start like having affect people, on yourself above all, and then on others, as to what you will be sent to do, or like the stuff that you would be sent to take care of. One cord you're going to have to cut too, because I'm trying to say here, like this soulcraft linked to like divine feminine card is like that there is a heavy energy. That's the stuff that forced you to keep pushing forward throughout your twin flame journey. That's the stuff that has caused you pain, and like this journey here, for the ones who really know, is nothing to be played with. It was like really, it is really something. I need to see like the soul journey so that you would know exactly what I mean. And it's like you gotta cut these type of cords too. Is a little bit like once the lesson's been learned, once the story's been written, you gotta still like take the positive aspect of things, even throughout what I call your journey, or like your training, or like your twin flame journey. It's time to like erase some things, is what I'm trying to say. And part of the things that you have to erase is like how harsh this journey and these lessons were. It's like at the end of the day, what matters is like what's resulting, from the experience, is like you as you are vibrating today. You're going to have to let go of the pain of the experiences, the weight of the experiences, and I'm telling you personally, especially when I see this card here, you're going to have to let go of anybody or anything that's like part of your past or of your life, especially of your past, that's not like bringing you anything, or like making your vibration go higher type of thing. I hope I'm making sense to you, as I'm taking a second for this, because I know it's important. divine animal. Yeah, it's just that strength, people. So you can see the energy is shared, though you can see there's like also a certain focus on you, which I'm liking, because I told you, to begin with, is like it's too bad divine feminines are not worried about like their own energy. The same energy that you're sending to your divine masculine, and you wonder why you cannot make sense of this thing, is because you're too worried about the vibes that he is sending, instead of trying to figure out what's happening inside of you, what you are capable of doing. But it doesn't change the facts. I can see enough of us, divine feminines going in this type of energies here. I want one card here. Like a connecting point, cross the line. So it would speak, to enough of you. I think those situations, they happen, and they've been happening also lately, or like enough divine feminines actually feel like this, and I can tell you with this like divine animal that I see as strength, I can tell you this thing here. For some of you, like your divine masculines have crossed the line in like the worst way possible, and I'll leave this card aside because we're not worried about like what once was, sorry, but about the future. We're worried about like what we can change, and not like what's already been written. Children, this would speak to somebody too, and maybe this combination of two for like some of you. Somebody needs to hear that, that's like very specific. Some more I cannot. Forever, I know this element here. I've been knowing myself too. I know that like enough divine masculines have come to their senses, and that they know who you are, like who you are. You're right here. I don't even need to, explain this, and look at the bigger picture. That's exactly what he knows. He's aware of the bigger picture between you and him, and I've been trying to tell you, on my channel. Another new love, twin flame, and I need one more card. Communication. So you see these cards for yourself. I'll explain to you what I'm seeing here. So first and foremost, some people find yourselves, like against a wall, because of this idea, that the last thing that your DM has done to you, it was like, I cannot take it anymore type of thing. Enough of you in this situation have children. If that's the case, you're being acknowledged here. Lets you know things are going to get better. So for those who have children, for those, whose DMs have definitely crossed the line, between them in a way that you would know. I'm telling you, there's an element of like strength to that. And that also includes, or it's like even amplified, if you've had children with your DM, you're being acknowledged here. That's all I'll say. DMs, sorry, people, I don't... Divine feminines, the things that you have to do is also like yourself start looking at the bigger picture, and be in like this earth energy, or like Taurus type of energy. That's all I'll tell you. When I saw this, like I cannot, it threw me off for a second, but you see this here is like twin flame. You think is helpless, This here I have to take like a message from our divine masculine, because you're already here, it's a little bit like you're already there. So the only person that's not there is him, I'm telling you, no matter what it looks like, your person understands and actually knows that he's linked to you. And I'll tell you something, he's even aware that that type of connection here is forever. I can tell you the worries or things that your divine masculine is having is the fact that you would go and find somebody else. Let me see these cards here, and I'm gonna leave it at that because that's all it is, which is how his dreams need a practical plan, and he needs to look at the bigger picture too, is because he has to do you say in English overwrite this type of thinking here. Is a little bit like normally this type of guy here, his ego is so full that he would never chase a woman if he feels like she could be with somebody else, and this may be specific to now. He's so powerless to what he's feeling and experiencing, that even if you're with somebody else is a little bit he needs to find a plan just to win you back, people, because at the end of the day you are his twin flame. He knows it, and he knows that type of connection is forever. And on top of that, and thank God I'm not being tongue tight anymore for no reason, I see a communication coming between you two. He's worried about the fact that you would find somebody else, and it's a little bit he needs to stop you. I want to try and for you, I'm telling you, for divine feminine's energy, it's about the fact that you would cut off negative energies from the past, lessons and experience that were negative from the past, and just move on from this, because the energy it will give you wings. I'm trying to figure out what our DMs have to heal, or what do they have to reach in order to make their own dreams come true and start moving towards you, especially in the form of this communication that I see here coming. What's the change or that needs to happen? You and your loved ones are safe. You see that Cancer energy again. I can tell you it's anxiety, people. He needs to a little bit convince himself, that this thing here is real, what he's feeling. And I'm telling you, if he does not, he would sometime soon. He would understand that this thing here is very real, because he'd start knowing instead of doubting. He needs to understand, just like you, that because you are his, there's nobody can come between you guys, if it makes sense to you. If you don't understand, please ask me, I will gladly explain. He needs to know that it is safe for him to try to pursue you again, even if you have somebody else in your life, because this here, I can feel it, it speaks for him. Is a little bit divine feminine, you're okay, but let me just take a moment here to tell you how I'm feeling or where I am. He needs to understand that despite all of his mistakes, at the end of the day, you guys are twin flame, and this thing between you guys is forever. So even in the worst way possible, even if he tried, he couldn't have messed this thing up a little bit like this. He needs to know that. One more for the divine masculine. Hold your vision. There's something right about the stuff that I'm telling you. And once he figures out that it is safe for him to love you, he just has to stick to that, and that's the thing that's going to give him faith, when it comes to his dream. Actually, it's not just only your vision, divine feminine, it's also his vision. Don't think for a second that because it's 2020 and I don't know, like all the temptations left and right. Don't think for a second that your divine masculine doesn't want to find his match as well and like have a chance to be happy or like grow old and gray and happy actually with somebody, and that person would be you. Um, One more card for the both of you and then I'll switch decks. Luck is on your side. I'm liking this, this like Sagittarian type of energy. So you see it for yourself. For both of you, luck is on your side. And I should hold my vision. Let me tell you what's the clear vision that I'm having right now. Twin flame forever. I'm telling you something for you guys who have moved on from your twin flame type of thing here. He cannot have that happen. So even if you have somebody else and even if you told him this is specific, the guy, he doesn't care. He's got his mind like set on the bigger picture. Once this guy starts understanding that you are his, and and he's like only, you're gonna see like a very different type of person in front of you, which is what I can see here in this like transformation and above all in this awakening here. Let's see some more, like a connecting point between you two. Nourish. Oh, I got cards here. This here, I'm telling you, is like, I need one more card, but there's something that I can feel. I'll tell you in a second. You see that first of all, that element of having to let go that I keep talking about right now, you better believe me, it's like, you would have helped to just like sever all these ties, from the past that you no longer need. One more. Let your light shine. I'm sorry, people, I gotta make sense of this, but let go, you saw it for yourselves. Soul tree. Ooh, people, you should see this and these cards here. I'm so sorry, the camera didn't caught it, didn't catch it, sorry. These are the cards that I have, and these here they flipped, on my floor basically, and the soul love card as well. I'll explain everything to you in a second. This here I gotta take, for myself. I can tell you it's just like at this point here, you're going to see people, you be like falling into the right type of connections, hearing the right type of things, finding yourself even more than before like around people who like you can feel, they're vibrating with your type of energy. You'll see that even in your like spiritual journey, you will find yourselves, not being by yourselves type of thing anymore. You will see, I'm telling you, that element of loneliness and that negativity from the past, you like feeling like you never belonged anywhere. This thing here is definitely going to change, because I can see like this here is a little bit like subgroups, amongst this like twin flame community. And it's something else that I'm seeing here. I got to tell you, it's like for some of you, like when you are in isolation, it's really hard to make sense of what you are experiencing, but it's like numbers is like power. That's exactly what's happening here. Is like, when each of us were by ourselves, I don't know, in their little rooms or basements or house or whatsoever, we had no power. but together we make a difference, type of thing. And I can tell you something, we are feeding like one another. DFs feed DFs. DMs do the right thing, and we like feed each other, like DF feeds the M type of energy. And I can see it here with this card, soul love, and above all divine masculine and enlightenment. I told you last time, I'm seeing this here happening, people. Definitely. And I'm telling you, the energy is like gaining momentum around that soul craft. If you look at yourself, you will see how much you have grown. And I'm telling you, this is exactly how you let go, of the past, is when you realize these things here that you're carrying, like, you look back. I'll explain something to you, like the weight of the things actually that we choose, to carry around with us, is because we don't want to see how much these experiences, had to make us change. It's like a little bit like holding on to something that you were never meant to have, and you find yourself moving on, and you still like grieving this thing, when you should just understand what that thing has brought you, if it makes sense to you. I can tell you, if you look back, you're going to see yourself like, I heard it today from somebody. It's like once the girl heals, the woman shows up. That's exactly what I can see happening here. If you look back, I don't know, 4, 5, 10 years ago, whatever your situation is, you would see, that if you today were placed in the same situation back then, things would have played off, a completely different way. That's exactly when you know that you're going to have to let that thing go, And for divine masculines, I can see that enlightenment, And I can tell you something, for those who've made it this far in the reading, because this one is like a little bit particular. We're going to see that like starting to express in like masculinity, like globally. Believe me, I don't know when or how long it's going to take or something for this energy that I'm feeling to like start actually be noticeable, but I can tell you it will be. And even if it's like in a little subgroup, like I told you, you'll be able to notice this guy, like amongst like other people, if you know what I mean. They'd be noticeable, but I can see this energy and this enlightenment. It's like you're gonna see like more and more like masculine energy, dressing differently, talking differently, thinking, and like, I don't know how to explain this, but this here, I can tell you, people, is going to be noticeable sometime soon. I need the Heal Yourself Tarot, like at least one card. What can we heal, like divine masculine and feminine energy together? But I can tell you, I'm sorry I'm going back to this, and you can see here, hold your vision, and you can see this like new love type of thing, I can tell you, sooner than later you'd have like a clear-cut community of men who think differently, and it'd be like a clear expression of what we globally receive as like masculinity. I'm telling you that, just pay attention to what I'm telling you. You'll see it sometime sooner than later. They're gonna be like noticeable, these guys. Okay, so the Heal Yourself Tarot. Dreams, I'm liking this, And we had that cards like dreams here, and your dreams need a practical plan, and look at the bigger picture. Look at this, people. Twin flame forever. Beautiful. And I can see the soul love card here too. I need one more card here. Inner child. Didn't I tell you, people? Maybe the same thing is going to happen to your DM, but it's like how you will what's going to help you to let go is like you're going to accept the growth, about your situation and be like, I'm no longer this child. So if this situation cannot happen to me again because its purpose, it's been played out. Yeah. Some people have to let go of their inner child wounds, and I'm telling you, the time is right now. The energy is going to facilitate that for you. And I'm telling you, once the child, in you, or once the girl in you, boy in you heals, the woman and the man shows up, people. That's exactly what I'm seeing here. One more card. Sexuality. It's not really what it is, people. It's more that idea of growth, people, and exactly what I'm telling you. Once the child heals, the adult, or like the grown-ups, the grown-up, gets the chance to come out. That's exactly where you should find yourself, It's like, I'm not saying youth, because myself, I feel like extremely young, people. But more like childhood, or like, I don't know how to say this, but let's call it like apprenticeship, No matter when that stops, or like around what age, it's alright to leave that in the past, Nothing is supposed to always stay the same. It's normal for things to change, for you to have changed, and things like that, I'm telling you, now that you have detached, I believe, or I want to believe, like from your DM, the best you could. For some of you, if you have not fully, keep pushing forward, because I'm telling you what's going to happen like right after that. Once you let go of that like toxic type of attachment to your person and give room for soul love, you're going to be able to let go of anything else, that's hurt you in your life. It's that hard with him that everything else is going to feel like literally like child's play to you to let go of, and this is going to happen like right after you have totally let go of like your divine masculine, or at least the outcome, when it comes to him, to give space again for nothing but this soul love here. And this here is not just for your divine masculine, you can share it with a lot of people. So one more. Rejection. I'm telling you, for both, and no, it's not for both of you. Here, I'm sorry. Letting go, that's what you got to do, the DF. One aspect you're going to have to let go of too is the fact that you're divine masculine, and I'm telling you, enough people before him have rejected you, and for him, he needs to like be reassured. Remember the card, you and your loved ones are saved, and that luck is on his side. I don't know if I can find those. Yep, those cards, and that I should hold my vision about that. He's afraid that you would reject him, because of the things that he has done to you, or like how the story has played out, between you. And I can tell you something, because this is like a mirror reading. That's the same thought that he has to let go of, One more card here. Remembrance. Yeah, the past is the problem for both of you, and I will leave it here, The past is the reason why he feels like you're not going to accept him, and like your past also is the thing, divine feminine, that you have to let go of, and I will leave it here. But you can see like both of you guys' energy. Where is he? I'm sorry. I'm looking for the divine feminine, actually. Here. I can see stuff happening like collectively, people. I can see like the energy gaining momentum. don't see it as something spooky. I'm just trying to tell you, things are going to be like facilitated for you to make this change or like to undergo this type of transformation that I see here. The only thing I can tell you, Divine Feminine, cut ties with like your past. You'd be amazed of what it can do. And I'll tell you what it can do. It can bring your dreams alive. And if you can see this card here, like with the full moon in Taurus we just had, and this card here, it keeps coming back in every reading that I've done lately. Your dreams, again, need a practical plan. And forget the practical plan. The only thing that matters right here are the dreams. If you plant your seeds the right way right now, I'm telling you, anything you want is possible. And you can see this with like hold your vision and that card as to like strength. Your strength is like the what you call it, like untamable. Believe in your dream. That's what it should be. Like, I know this thing is going to happen because I've decided it, like a little bit. You've crossed some type of a line here, and if you have not, you should. And I'm being a little philosophical today, but that's exactly what I wanted from this reading. Is like make sense of your twin flame journey. That strength that you had to display, like the way it was hard and all these things, you should just carry that and extend that, onto the rest of your life, and see how strong this like these experiences have made you. Basically use that force, for yourself to make your dreams come true. That's that. Authority. Yes, yes, yes. There's something that I'm feeling. Do you understand? Like right now, your person is like definitely, he's sensing those, like, you see, like, justice to the universe, or like justice to the world, sorry, or balance to the universe. If you see what I'm trying to tell you, I can tell you your divine masculine, he can feel those things. And it's a little bit like he's ready to hop in, like, to be a part of this thing that I've been trying to describe to you. And this thing that you know about is just like the divine masculine community. I don't know what it is, but I wouldn't be surprised if like these guys, they start to be like militant, type of thing. Like, either for peace or for the environment, or like, I don't know, for like racial justice, for I don't know what it is, but a little bit of that, because now they start understanding, like the part that they have to play in this universe here, or like at least on this earth here. And you know what, this here I'm liking, because once the emperor starts feeling something, or like understanding the depth or like the negativity of a situation and something, I can tell you this guy here, he makes things happen. I'm liking this. They can feel this thing. Oh yeah, let me share something with you. I keep saying feel because I'm a feminine and I'm like a queen of cups. I'm sorry, I've been ranting throughout this reading, but it is what it is. I keep saying feeling. I heard it last time, like a guy saying, I know it, I just know it, I can sense it. This here is not about feeling, people. The man, he can sense those things, what's happening around him. Movement, choices, and decisions. Trapped in fear. Yeah, I can tell you like a little bit. I can feel it here. Divine feminine being like a little bit of like victims to anxiety. And I can tell you, I can feel that energy for the masculine too, but a little bit like less, I can say. And I'll tell you why. It's because like for some of us, for the longest, and you should hear those sirens outside, like a clear confirmation of what I'm trying to say. Is like it's been bad for so long that you don't even know how it's supposed to feel like, when things go good. It's like if I try this, or if I come out of my shell, if I even dare to be happy, something else is going to happen to me again. That's exactly the energy that I can feel here. You should like also let go of that, people. You don't have to be afraid. Yes, it was bad, or it once were bad, but it doesn't mean that it's going to repeat. It doesn't mean that it's going to get better. But I can see it here, like the clear definition of anxiety. You tried so often, you fell so often, that now you're a little bit scared to move forward. For some of you, put an end to that type of thinking. New beginnings, I can feel those. I told you, I can definitely feel those, like a change or a transformation. For a lot of you, like a chance, or like to write a brand new chapter in your life. And to do that, it's both of you. You gotta let go of the past, and I can tell you, you gotta let go of like your past individually, but you also have to let go of your past like together, as like twin flames, basically. There's one more card that I need from here, the same deck. It'd be my last card, but this was a first for me to do it in this type of format here, so bear with me. Next time it'll be a lot easier for me to channel this way, because we never really focus about the thing that can bring you together. So I'm sorry, people. I'm glad that I checked. This thing was not recording, and these are the cards that I've gotten. So triumph within this new beginning, fulfillment and wishes, and above all, which is like, I'm really liking this, because I know that I'm in need for that. Like, that's the type of chakra where I live for the moment. Is like for like enough of us, or like within this community, especially if you're resonating with my energy, I can tell you, it's like I can feel rewards being given. I can feel karma being served. I can feel like blessings being granted. I can definitely feel those things. I can tell you, for like enough of us, the darkness is going to turn to pure light, where the universe starts like giving you, instead of putting you in this type of experiences, and I got to say it for your own good. The stuff that you have experienced, you gotta make sense of that, and this goes for your DM too. Sometimes, I'm telling you, because we don't know their full story, we tend to forget that they are also in need for like blessings. Well, you can see what's happening within this new beginnings. Triumph, fulfillment of wishes, and the solar plexus energy as to the universe giving something to you. Justice, for a change, and I'll tell you why. It's because of the darkness that you have experienced. Now is time to go towards the light. It's all that it is, people. I can see it here, and I can even see it in the card, like cross the line. The only card that would have made more sense would have been the Sun card, number 18, but if you cannot see it in the solar plexus chakra, then you'd never see it anywhere, and you can actually see it here and here, people. And even here, that type of energy. Hold your vision, people, and believe in your dreams. If you're resonating with my energy, it's time, to push forward with the energies or like the lessons that you have gathered, lately. The story's not over. I'm telling you, it's still like writing itself, and that was my reading, people. I just wanted to do it, and I don't regret it. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Take care of yourself, stay healthy, and I shall see you soon. Bye bye.